Hello everyone, welcome to iQuanta. My name is Nitin. I'm sure all of you are doing great. Guys, this is the second video of the topic ratios and proportion. In the last video when we had met, we had discussed the basics of the ratios with some important and interesting applications. Today, we'll continue the same topic with some new concept and some more interesting applications. Basically guys, today we are going to learn the concept of the partnership which aligns with the ratios, right? So let's quickly start the concept, alright? First thing guys, the partnership is basically of two types. What partnership is? Partnership is nothing, the people are doing some businesses with each other, so such kind of scenario is called the partnership, obviously, right? I'm sure we all know that. Now what is simple and compound partnership? This is from where we need to start, right? So guys, the simple partnership is the which one in which the partners basically invest for same time period, right? They invest for same time period. And on the other hand, in the compound partnership, partners do not invest for the same time period. Let me write here, don't invest for same time period, right? Okay, now how does it work in terms of the numbers, right? Let me quickly write that as well. Don't invest for same time period. Okay, now let us say guys, we have a few partners who are doing some business. Let's say we have three partners in both the cases, A, B and C. All right, let me name them. The name of the partners are like A, B and C. Okay, the amount which they are investing into the business, right, let's say is IA, IB and IC. Let's first discuss the simple partnership, then we'll talk about the compound as well. Okay, now guys, amount of profit which they make in this partnership, let's say is PA, PB and PC. Okay, I'm not writing the time period because in this case anyways the time period of their partnership is the same, so there's no need to write the time period in such case. All right, now guys, what actually happens in simple partnership, people are investing, getting some profit in the end. So the mathematically the logic is what, that the ratio of the profits, the ratio of the profit which people are making should be equal to the ratio of their investments. That's a simple concept, right? The amount of investments they are making, right, they are investing, so the ratio of the investment becomes same as the ratio of the profit as well. That means the profits in this case is PA, PB and PC, so the ratio of the profits, that means PA is to PB is to PC, must be the ratio of the investments, that means IA is to IB is to IC, right? This is what shall we say about this over here, right? Now let's talk about the compound partnership in the second case, right guys? Or let's do one thing, let's learn simple partnership with the help of an example and then we'll come back to the compound partnership. All right, this example based on simple partnership, it says what, that there are three partners A, B and C who invest 5,000, 10,000 and 20,000 respectively for 3 years each. Find their respective profits if the total profit they make is rupees 1,400. Alright guys, so they have clearly mentioned that they are investing for 3 years each. That means their time period is same. That means it's a perfect example of simple partnership. Alright guys, and as I said, in case of simple partnership, the ratio of profit is same as the ratio of the investments, which you can use over here. Alright, let me write that. Ratio of the profits of A, B and C must be same as the ratio of their investments, means IA is to IB is to IC. Now guys, what is the investment of Mr. A is 5,000, investment of Mr. B is given 10,000 and investment of Mr. C is given to us as 20,000. So we shall say this ratio has to be how much? It has to be 1 is to 2 is to 4. All right, this is basically the ratio of their profits, right? And we are also given the sum of their profits, which is rupees 1,400, right? Okay, so the ratio of the profits is 1 is to 2 is to 4 and sum of the profits is rupees 1,400. Now guys, we can just say one thing, that we have to distribute 1,400 in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 4, and we know how to do this. We have learned this in the last class as well, last session as well. There is a very simple way of doing this. We can assume the profits are 1, 2 and 4, right? And then sum will be 7 in assumption, but in the real the sum is 1,400. So 7 of the assumption is 1,400 of real. That means one of the assumption must be 200 obviously. Then the profit of A, which is 1, should be 200. All right, the profit of B, which is 2, must be 400, and the profit of C, which is 4, has to be how much? Has to be 800. Okay, you can check the ratio and the sum as well if you would like to. So this is very simple example to understand simple partnership. Now guys, let's get back to the compound partnership again, right? So in compound partnership, if I take the similar variables again, let's say we have three partners A, B and C, okay, and the money which they are investing in the partnership, let's say are IA, IB and IC, okay. The time period for which they are investing, guys, and this the time period is important because remember they are investing for different time periods, as we all know, right? So let's assume the time periods are TA, TB and TC. Last thing, what is the profits? Let's assume their profits are again PA, PB and PC. Alright guys, now let's understand the concept. Okay, what is the concept of this? This time guys, the concept is the ratio of the profits has to be the ratio of, right, ratio of the profit has to be the ratio of the product of the investment, the ratio of the product of the investment and the time period of the respective partners. All right, and the time period of respective partners. Simple. Let me write mathematically, guys. We can say what PA is to PB is to PC. The ratio of the profit should be what? It should be the ratio of the product. Product means, guys, multiplication. We all know that. Multiplication of investment and the respective time period of a particular partner. So guys, सबसे पहले हमने A का profit लिखा है, तो पहले हम A का investment और A का time period को कर देंगे multiply, right? Investment of A and time period of A only, right? Then a bracket, and guys, the second person, the profit is written for B, so हम लोग B का investment और B के time period को कर देंगे multiply. Simple. One more ratio. Then comes C profit, so the investment of C and the time period of C as well. So guys, this we shall say is the ratio logic behind the compound partnership. Okay, let's try to understand with the help of an example. Okay guys, example number 2, let's read it. Guys, the example says that A, B and C invest rupees 5,000, 10,000 and 20,000 respectively for 1 year, 9 months and 6 months respectively. Okay, find their respective profits if the total profit they make is rupees 2,700. Okay, तो गाइस इस क्वेश्चन को हम जैसे अभी हमने एक रेशियो का लॉजिक पढ़ा है, रेशियो का कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा है, उसी के बेसिस पे सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करेंगे. ठीक है, व्हाट दैट इज सेइंग, व्हाट द रेशियो लॉजिक सेज, इट सेज दैट PA is to PB is to PC, right? Has to be what? It has to be IA into TA is to IB into TB is to IC into TC. Alright guys, now what are the investments? If you see, investment of ABC are 5,000, 10,000 and 20,000. Time period of them are 1 year, 9 months and 6 months, right? 1 year को guys we can convert into the months, that we can say as 12 months, क्योंकि बाकी सबके time period months में है, तो इसको भी months में convert करेंगे. Simple, so that we can compare them or cancel them, you can say that. So first let me write the investments of A is 5,000, for B is 10,000 and for C is basically 20,000. All right, now what about the time periods, guys? A का time period है 1 year, which you can say as 12 months. B का time period है 9 months और C का time period है हमारे पास 6 months. All right, now let's see what shall we do. So 5,000 into 12, yeah guys, we can cancel them obviously. 5,000, 10,000 and 20,000 में 5,000 cancel कर सकते हैं. Similarly 6, 9 और 12 में 3 को cancel कर सकते हैं. So this is 3 into 2, this is 3 into 3 and this is 3 into 4. All right, now we can again cancel 2 by the way. जैसे कि आप देखिए 2 यहाँ cancel है, 2 यहाँ cancel है और 4 में भी 2 cancel करेंगे तो सिर्फ 2 बचेगा. इसके बाद गाइस हम और कुछ cancel नहीं कर सकते हैं. It's okay, already हमने बहुत कुछ cancel कर दिया है. So what is the final ratio? Let's see that. This is 1 into 2 is, we shall say 2. Okay, this is 1 into 3 is only 3, right? And this one is 4 into 1 is only 4. So this is how we shall say that the ratio of their profits are, a ratio of their profit is 2 is to 3 is to 4, right? And what about the sum of their profits? As we know is 2,700. All right, so guys, the same thing which we had found in the last example. We got the sum of the profits, we got the ratio of the profits as well, and with the help of this we just have to find their individual profits. Easy task to do, right? We can do the same thing. Let's assume the profits of ABC are 2, 3 and 4, which sums to 9, right? 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9, and the total profit in real is given 2,700. So 9 of the assumption is 2,700 of the real. That means one of the assumption is 300 of the real. Okay, that means the real profit of A, guys, which is 2, should be 600. 1 is 300, so 2 has to be 600. Similarly, the profit of B, which is 3 in assumption, so in the real has to be 900, right? Similarly for C, is 4 in the assumption, but in the real has to be 1200. All right, so guys, this is how we found the profits of ABC all. All right, so this is how we can solve the questions for compound partnership as well. That was a simple example. Definitely we'll do some more challenging problems very soon. All right guys, so let's start some more questions. Let's start with question number 1. What it says that A and B started a business with the capital in the ratio 8:9. If the profit of A is rupees 40,000, then find the total profit of both of them. All right, so first thing, they're saying they started the business in the capital with the capital in the ratio of this, profit of A is given, and we have to find the total profit. Guys, in this problem you see that we are not given anything about the time period of them, right? So whenever they are not mentioning anything about the time period, guys, we assume that their time period is same, and hence the such kind of partnership is the simple partnership. All right, when nothing is mentioned about the time period, we can assume this is a simple partnership. And in simple partnership, we all know that the ratio of the profit is the ratio of the investment. We just learned in the beginning of this session today, right? And guys, the ratio of the investments, or you can say the ratio of the capital, is given 8:9, right? So we shall say the ratio of the profit should also be 8:9, simple. Now guys, they have given the actual profit of A as rupees 40,000, and we need to find the total profit of both of them. Now we can do it in a lot of ways actually. With the help of the ratio and the profit of A, we can get the profit of B, and then we can add the profit of both of them, number 1. Or guys, we can do one more thing, okay? We can say what? We can assume the profits of them with the help of the assumption, with the help of the ratio, sorry. Ratio says the profit, ratio of the profits is 8:9. So let's say the profit of A is 8, let's say the profit of B is 9, okay? So what should be the sum of their profits, or you can say the total profit which they made? The total profit of them must be, guys, 17 with the assumption, right? Now coming to the real numbers, the profit of A is given 40,000 in real. In assumption it is 8, in real it is 40,000. So we can say one thing, guys, that 8 of the assumption is 40,000 of the real. That also means, if 8 is 40,000, then 1 has to be, 5,000. Simple, right guys? If 8 is 40,000, 1 has to be 5,000. What about the 17? If 1 is 5,000, okay, then we can say 17 is how much? Again, guys, we'll use a unitary method, obviously. If 1 is 5,000, then 17 has to be 17 into rupees 5,000. Now, what is 17 into 5,000? We shall say this has to be, 85,000, right? So this is how we can find the sum of their profits in this particular manner, right? Good question, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Let's move to the second question now. Let's, try to solve some different variety now, okay? Guys, this question says what? That Mr. Gupta and Mr. Bansal enters into a partnership with their capitals in the ratio 5:6. Okay, at the end of the 8 months, Mr. Gupta withdraws his capital. If he received the profit in the ratio of 5:9, then for how long, find how long Bansal's capital was being used. All right. We are given the ratio of their capitals in the beginning, right? Then they are saying after 8 months, Mr. Gupta withdraws his capital, and then we are given the ratio of the profits, and then we have to find out that for how long Vishwas capital was being used, or we can say, guys, in the end we have to find that Mr. Vishwas was into the partnership for how many months, or basically we have to find out the time period for which Mr. Bansal was in the partnership, or he was the part of the business. Simple. Okay, so we can just use that ratio again. We can take it like the concept of the problem of compound partnership, since we do not know the time period of Mr. Bansal. All right, so what shall we do? We'll write first the ratio of the profits of Mr. Gupta and Mr. Bansal has to be, what? The investment of Mr. Gupta into the time period of Mr. Gupta is 2. The investment of Mr. Bansal into the time period of Mr. Bansal. This is what we can write first. Okay. Then, guys, we are given, the ratio of their capitals, which is 5:6, which you can write here. Okay, we can actually assume the investment as 5 and 6, or 5x and 6x. X will be cancelled anyways, right? And we also know the ratio of the profits is 5:9. So let's write it here. Okay, ratio of the profits. Investment of Mr. Gupta, let's say, is 5, and time period of Mr. Gupta, let's say, is 8. All right. Investment of Mr. Bansal, let's say, is 6 with the help of the ratio, and time period of Mr. Bansal is to be, fine. Okay, this is something we do not know, obviously. यही हमें guys, find out करना है. अब इसको आप जैसे भी solve करो, कुछ खास नहीं है. आप चाहो तो इसको, fraction के format में लिख दो, या यहीं से ही cancel करना चालू कर सकते हो. All up to you. Okay, let me write in the form of the fraction. 5 into 8 divided by 6 into TB, alright. Then you see that 5 have got cancelled out, alright guys. Among 6 and 8, we can cancel it by 2, so this will be 3 and this will be 4. And we all know 3 3s is also 9, so TB goes over here, okay. And this 3 comes to the right hand side, so should be 4 into 3, which we shall say as 12, alright. So simple guys, then Mr. Bansal was the part of the business for 12 months, alright. We can say what, that Mr. Bansal is a part of the business for 12 months in this particular problem. Alright guys, so this is how we can solve this question as well. Now let's move to question number 3, alright. Question number 3, what this question says guys, it says that A started a business with rupees 50,000 and Mr. B joined him after a few months, okay. A started with 50,000 and B joined him after a few months with rupees 60,000, alright. Now they said that at the end of the year, A gets 2,000 as a profit and B gets 1,600 as a profit. The question is, after how many months had B joined A in the business? So this time, guys, one thing is sure that B is joining after a few months, and in fact, this is the final question, that B joined after how many months as compared to A, okay. So okay, we can actually start in the same way, right? Obviously they are not investing for the same time period. That means it has to be the compound partnership, number one, right guys. And in compound partnership, we know the fact that the ratio of the profits have to be what? It has to be the ratio of the product of the investment and the time period of the individual partners, right? Okay, so let's start with this way. Okay guys, see, the profit which they are making in the end is how much? Mr. A makes a profit of 2,000, alright, and Mr. B makes a profit of 1,600. By this, we can find out the ratio of their profits for sure. Okay guys, what should be the ratio of the profits? 2,000 upon 1,600 has to be obviously 5:4. If you divide by 400, it should be obviously 5:4. We can put this over here, alright. Now, what about the investment? We know A started with 50,000 and B invested 60,000. Okay, fine. 50,000 into something is to 60,000 into something. All right. Then what they are saying at the end of the year. Okay, guys. Remember, A ने शुरू से ही start किया हुआ है, and the profit is given at the end of the year. That means Mr. A has Mr. A was a part of the business for the whole 1 year, right? Mr. A पूरे साल इस business का part था, मतलब उसका time period हो जाएगा 1 year. I'm writing into the months, okay? 1 year is equivalent to 12 months, obviously. Now we do not know about B. In fact, B के बारे में ही question पूछा है कि B, कितने दिन बाद, कितने time के बाद इस बिजनेस में ज्वाइन किया था, मतलब हमें बी का टाइम पीरियड नहीं पता है. सो इस बी का टाइम पीरियड अभी के लिए हम टी बी लिख के छोड़ देते हैं, एंड विल ट्राई टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस टी बी, एंड देन वी कैन ऑल्सो सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. ओके गाइस, विद दिस रेशियो लेट्स ट्राई टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ TB. Very easy actually. Let me write in the fraction format. Okay, this we can say is 50,000 into 12 divided by 60,000 into TB. Okay, then guys, you see that 50,000 and 60,000 में 10,000 से cancel हो जाएगा, so this should be 5/6. All right, 5 यहाँ से cancel हो जाएगा, 6 2s is 12, we can say. So TB goes over here, okay, and this 4 comes to the right hand side, so it should be 4 into 2 is equal to 8, right? So we can say what, that B was the part of the business for 8 months. Okay guys, B we can say what, B was in this business for 8 months, so we can say B invested for 8 months. Okay, but this is not the question guys. बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ से सॉल्व करने के बाद भी आंसर 8 मंथ लिख देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से उनका आंसर गलत हो जाता है गाइस. देखिए एक्चुअल क्वेश्चन क्या है, एक्चुअल क्वेश्चन है फाइंड आफ्टर हाउ मेनी मंथ्स बी ज्वाइंड द बिजनेस, राइट? सो गाइस, द होल टाइम पीरियड इज 1 year, we just know that. And B, remember, B had joined after a few months, okay, and he was the part of the business, he invested for 8 months. That means in the first 4 years, B was not the part of the business. That means he started, investing after, we can say, 4 months. Okay, guys, that means what? He invested after the first 4 months, right? And hence the answer should be 4, not 8. Okay, guys, you have to remember this, right? Do not make this mistake in the exam. It happens with a lot of people, okay? The answer is 4 months, not 8 months, right? Okay, I'm sure this must be clear to you after this discussion, and let's move to the next problem, question number 4. Okay guys, question number 4 is again an interesting one. It says what? That there are two partners A and B who enter into a partnership with rupees 50,000 and 60,000 respectively. Okay, C joins them after X months. contributing rupees 70,000, and then B leaves X months before the end of the year. If they share the profit in the ratio of 20:18:21, then find out the value of X. Okay guys, very interesting. Okay, why this is interesting? Because C joins after a few months, B left before a few months. So except A, B and C are not investing for the whole year, right guys? Only A is the one who is investing for the whole 1 year, right? Let's read it again. The investment of A and B first was 50 and 60,000. They started into the partnership. C joins after X months. Okay guys, C ने X months के बाद join किया with 70,000 rupees, and B also leaves X months before the end of the year. Okay, if they share the profit in this ratio, then find out the value of X. Okay guys, so first let's see that the time period of which time period for which all of these have invested. Okay guys, look at Mr. A. Mr. A guys शुरू से ही आए हैं और end तक हैं, उन्होंने कभी business को ड्रॉप नहीं किया. सो पूरे और टोटल टाइम हम 1 ईयर लेंगे क्योंकि इन्होंने साफ साफ लिखा है क्या, इफ दे शेयर द प्रॉफिट ऑफ दिस इज ओके, देयर इज वन मोर लाइन गिवन, बी लीव्स X months before the end of the year, right guys? So that means what, that they have invested, overall time period was 1 year and A was there for the whole 1 year, B was not, C was also not, right? So we can first write their time periods. So the time period of A we shall say is exactly 1 year. Okay guys, what about Mr. B? Mr. B was there from the beginning, but Mr. B has left the business X months before the year. Okay guys, so 1 year means obviously 12 months. That means he was invested, he had invested the money for 12 minus X months, right guys? B invested for 12 minus X. Similarly, if we talk about X, so we talk about C, sorry. So C guys, C has joined after X months, right? And the total business period is 1 year. C joins after X months. That means C was also not present for X months. That means guys, time period of C must be 12 minus X months as well. Okay, so by the help of this, now we can start solving. Okay, we can remember, we can use this ratio of the profit and ratio of the product of investment and time period as we do in the compound partnership. So let me write the relation first of all guys. Ratio of the profit should be what? PAs to PBs to PC is IA into TA, alright, it's to IB into TB, alright, is to IC into TC. First thing first. Now guys, अब हम यहाँ पे ये सारे values जो हमें पता है वो put करेंगे. Luckily the ratio of the profit is given to us, which is 20:18:21. Alright. Now let's talk about the other things. So guys, investment of A is how much? You see that is 50,000. Alright. What about the time period of A? The time period of A we know is 1 year, जिसको हम 12 भी बोल सकते हैं, 12 months. Simple guys. Okay. What about the time period of B? Time period of B is 60,000. Sorry, investment of Mr. B is 60,000. The time period of Mr. B we know is actually 12 minus X months, right? This is 12 minus X months. Let me change the bracket. Okay. For B, the time period is 12 minus X months. What about Mr. C guys? Mr. C investment is 70,000 and the time period is 12 minus X. So guys, इस data को भी लिखते हैं जरा, 70,000 into 12 minus X. Alright. Let's close these brackets. Okay. Now everybody, let's try to find, solve this further. Okay. तो guys देखिए जरा, अगर हम A और B का रेशियो लेंगे, राइट, तो यहाँ से और यहाँ से हम बोलेंगे क्या कि लेफ्ट साइड में रेशियो हो जाएगा 20:18 और राइट साइड में हो जाएगा 50,000 into 12 is to 60,000 into 12 minus X. और गाइस इसकी हेल्प से हम इस क्वेश्चन को फर्दर सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, अगर हम B और C का रेशियो लेंगे तो 12 minus X कैंसिल हो जाएगा और यहाँ होगा 60:70 which is 6:7, जो कि लेफ्ट साइड में भी ऑलरेडी 18:21 मतलब 6:7 ही है. मतलब गाइस B और C का रेशियो लेने से कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. हाँ, A और C का रेशियो लेने से भी फायदा हो सकता है, राइट. अगर आप बोलो A और C का रेशियो है 20:21 और यहाँ पे 50,000 into 12 और यहाँ पे 70,000 into 12 minus X, तो उससे भी फायदा होगा. या तो मतलब है गाइस कि आप A और B का रेशियो का यूज़ करो या फिर आप A और C के रेशियो को यूज़ करो, दोनों से X की वैल्यू सेम ही आ जाएगी. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, मैं गाइस A और B का रेशियो यूज़ करने जा रहा हूँ. ठीक है, कैसे करेंगे, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. ओके, सो गाइस यहाँ देखिए A और B का रेशियो प्रॉफिट में है 20:18. Let me write it here, 20:18. All right. और राइट साइड में गाइस हम क्या लिखेंगे, that is 50,000 into 12, right? 50,000 into 12 is 60,000 into 12 minus x. Okay, 50,000 into 12 is to 60,000 into 12 minus x. Alright. Guys, good thing is what, ये 50,000 और 60,000 में हम 10,000 को obviously cancel कर सकते हैं, और left side में भी 20:9 18 को हम लिख सकते हैं 10:9. Alright, fine. और right side में हो जाएगा 5 into 12 is to 6 into 12 minus x. Alright guys, fine. इसके बाद हम x की वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं बड़े ही आराम से. Let me write in the form of the fraction once again. 10/9 is equal to 5 into 12 divided by 6 into 12 minus x. Right? Okay guys, अब देखिए जरा, 5 into 2 12 हो जाएगा, 5 into 2 10 हो जाएगा सिंपल, और 6 into 2 12 हो जाएगा, और ये 2 फिर से कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 12 minus x इधर आएगा, 9 इधर आएगा, यहाँ से x की वैल्यू आ जाएगी. 12 minus x has to be 9 and the value of x should be 12 minus 9 which is 3. That means finally we got the value of x. और guys question में भी यही था कि finally we had to get the value of x which comes to be equal to 3. Alright, so everybody, this is how we solve this wonderful question number 4 as well. Okay, let's move to the next problem of this. The next problem is again a different kind of question. See guys, each and every question is different from the previous one, so that we can learn maximum type of questions. Alright, question number 5 says that A and B invest in a business for 9 and 8 months respectively, number 1 point. Okay, then they said that B invests 500 less than A, okay, and the profit of B is 200 less than the profit of A out of the total profit of 1000. Great. Now they are asking to find their respective investments, respective investment of A and B. Okay, right. First they said they invest for 9 and 8 months. That means it's a compound partnership. Then they said B invests 500 less than A. Okay. Then they said the profit of B is 200 less than the profit of A out of the total profit of 1000. Now we have to find their respective investments. Alright guys. So how do we start doing it? First thing, if you guys observe, we are given two information about the profit of A and B, right? They are saying the profit of B is 200 less than the profit of A. Okay, let's write it here. Profit of B is 200 less than A. That means profit of A is 200 more than B, right? ये भी हम बोल सकते हैं, simple. And they are also saying the total profit which they make is 1000 rupees. Okay, that means PA plus PB has to be rupees 1000. All right. Now guys, with the help of these two equations, we can find the values of A and B. Actually this is so simple guys that we can find the P and PB without solving the equations as well. With just hit and trial also you can do that, right? You can find P and PB with the hit and trial as well. This is so easy basically, right? Or you can solve with the equation all up to all up to the individual, we can say, right? If you add the equation, 2PA is 1200, PA is 600. Okay, putting the value of P in any of the equations, we can say PB must be obviously 400. Or as I said, you can do the hit and trial. Okay guys, we know the difference of two numbers is 200 and sum of two numbers is 1000. So we can do like this, 1000 you can break in two parts, like 900 and 100, difference will be 800, not 200. Then you can take other other case, you can say when you take 800 and 200, the difference is 600, not 200. Then you can take 7 and 3, then you can take 6 and 4, and finally you will see that 600 and 400 is perfectly fitting in both the equations. Alright, so anyhow you can do this, simple. Now we got the profits of A and B, which will also give us a ratio of the profits of them, obviously, right? Now everybody, we can start using the concept of the compound partnership, because we know it's compound partnership, right? What we can say here, we can say PA is to PB, okay, has to be what? Has to be IA into TA is to IB into TB, alright? Now what next? PA into PB, the ratio of their profit should be how much? Everybody, we can say the ratio of the profit has to be 3:2, number 1 point, which you can put here. Okay, so guys हमने यहाँ पे put कर दिया. Investments अभी हमारे पास नहीं है, थोड़ा सा relation है बस, कोई बात नहीं. A का time period है 9 months और guys B का investment भी नहीं है और B का time period है 8 months. तो guys इसके help से हम बहुत ही आराम से A और B का investment का ratio निकाल सकते हैं. कैसे? देखिए जरा, देखिए 3/2 is equal to IA into 9 divided by IB into 8. Alright. Now guys, we can say what? 3 3s are 9 and 2 4s are 8. So from here we can say that IA is to IB has to be what? It has to be 4:3. 4 goes here, 3 comes here, simple, 4 and 3. सो गाइस यहाँ से हम बोल सकते हैं क्या कि रेशियो ऑफ द इन्वेस्टमेंट शुड बी nothing but 4:3. Simple. Alright guys, it should be 4:3. We have one more information that B invests 500 less than A. Okay guys, we have one more data that B invests 500 less than A. What does it mean? We can say the investment of B should be 500 less than the investment of A. That means IA minus 500. Okay, so we can say guys we have two datas. One is the ratio of the investments and second is about the difference of their investments, right? Now by the help of them we will get the values of IA and IB easily. Alright, you can do the same thing जो हम last class में हमने कहीं सीखा था, right? We can assume the investments as 4 and 3. So assumption के according इनका difference है 1, but actual में guys इनका difference कितना है? Actual में इनका difference है 500, right? So one of the assumption is 500. That means 4 of the assumption must be 2000 and 3 of the assumption must be 1500. That's it. So we can write it over here, that assumption. With the help of the assumption, finally we can say investment of Mr. A is 2000, alright, 4 into 500, and the investment of Mr. B is 1500, 3 into 500. Okay guys, this is how we can find the investments of both A and B. Simple. Alright guys, so this is how we solve this wonderful question as well. Okay guys, now if we move to the next one, right guys, the next question is slightly different. Obviously just like all the question, every question is different, right? But this is, I would say, is an interesting and important as well. The question says what, that there are 3 partners A, B and C who start a business by investing rupees 3000, 4000 and 2000 respectively. Mr. A withdrawn 500 after 8 months. Okay guys, Mr. A withdrawn, Mr. B withdrawn 1000 after 7 months and Mr. C invests rupees 1000 more after 9 months. We have to find their respective profits if the total profit at the end of the year is given 4160 rupees. So guys, in this question, what is a new thing? This time guys, the investment of the people are also changing. This hasn't happened so far. इस बार लोगों के investment भी थोड़े time period के बाद change होते जा रहे हैं, right? और इसका obviously इस question को solve करने में बहुत ही effect होगा obviously. So एक काम करते guys, पहले हम लोग क्योंकि ऐसा question हम first time कर रहे हैं, तो पहले हम लिख लेते हैं कि किसने कितने टाइम के लिए कितना मनी इन्वेस्ट किया है, राइट? सो इफ यू स्टार्ट विद ए गाइस, राइट, ए स्टार्टिंग में कितने रुपए इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है? 3000. ओके, फिर क्या हुआ गाइस? फिर उसने 8 मंथ्स के बाद 500 विड्रॉ कर लिए, राइट? 8 मंथ्स के बाद 500 विड्रॉ कर लिए, मतलब उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट है 3000 फॉर 8 मंथ्स, वी कैन से, राइट? उसके बाद उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना हो जाएगा? Because he has withdrawn 500, now his investment must be 3000 minus 500, which means his investment must be 2500. But for how many months? See guys, देखिए हमें दिया हुआ है कि total profit at the end of the year, right? Total profit is given at the end of the year, means the total time period is 1 year. 8 months हो गया, बचे कितने? 4 months. तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि next investment 2500 कितने टाइम के लिए गाइस? ये है for the next 4 months. Okay, ऐसा हम बोल सकते हैं सबसे पहली बात, राइट? अब स्टार्ट करते हैं मिस्टर बी से. ओके गाइस, सो बी ने स्टार्ट किया कितने से? देखिए आप जरा 4000 से, ठीक है ना? बी ने स्टार्ट किया 4000 से और उसके बाद 1000 रुपीज विड्रॉ कर लिए 7 मंथ्स के बाद, मतलब 7 मंथ्स तक उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट है 4000, राइट? सो वी कैन से ही इन्वेस्टेड 4000 फॉर 7 मंथ्स फर्स्ट, ऑलराइट, एंड देन he withdrawn how much, everybody? He withdrawn 1000 rupees. That means now his investment is only 3000, right? And for how many months? Remember the total time is 1 year, 7 months तक इतना है, तो last 5 months के लिए उसका investment हो जाएगा, we'll say 3000, right? Similarly we can do the discussion for C. ये C ने start किया था 2000 rupees से, okay? उसके बाद उसने 1000 रुपये और इन्वेस्ट कर दिए 9 महीने के बाद, राइट? इसका मतलब गाइस उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर द फर्स्ट 9 months is 2000 rupees, right? For the first 9 months is 2000 rupees, but after that he invested 1000 rupees more. That means now his investment is rupees 3000, all right, for the last 3 months. Okay guys, for the last 3 months. Okay, ये तो हमने इन तीनों का समरी लिख दिया. ऑब्वियसली गाइस ये फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहे थे तो मैंने ये सब थोड़ा लिख के आपको दिखा दिया है. नेक्स्ट टाइम जो आप सॉल्व करेंगे ऑब्वियसली आपको ये सब लिखना नहीं है, अदरवाइज बहुत टाइम वेस्ट होगा. इसको हम डायरेक्टली जो हमारा रिलेशन है उसमें पुट कर सकते हैं. कैसे अब मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ, ठीक है? देखिए गाइस, अल्टीमेटली वी विल यूज दिस एज ए कंपाउंड पार्टनरशिप. हाउ? Okay, the ratio of the profits, I'm sure you know the concept. The ratio of the profit is the ratio of the product of the investment and the time period. ठीक है, A से start करते हैं guys. A ने शुरू में 3000 इन्वेस्ट करे हैं 8 मंथ्स के लिए. ओके, सो 3000 into 8. फिर उसने 2500 इन्वेस्ट करे हैं फॉर द नेक्स्ट 4 मंथ्स, सो 2500 into 4. और फिर गाइस क्या होगा, इन दोनों के बीच में प्लस का साइन लगेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि अब हम सिर्फ एक ही बात कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए दो इसका जो दो प्रोसेस है एक है, उन दोनों के बीच में प्लस का साइन हो जाएगा. ऑलराइट, सेम वे वी कैन थिंक अबाउट बी. ओके गाइस, बी का देखिए क्या हो रहा है. बी ने स्टार्ट किया 4000 रुपीज से फॉर द 7 मंथ्स, सो विल से 4000 into 7, फिर 3000 for the next 5 months, so plus 3000 into 5, we can say like this. Alright, simple. फिर C की बात करें गाइस, so C ने स्टार्ट किया 2000 for 9 months, so 2000 into 9. Alright, फिर C ने क्या किया, 3000 इन्वेस्ट किया for 3 months, so 3000 into 3. So guys, this is how we can say that this is the ratio of the profits of Mr. A, B and C. Alright, first thing first. Not in the very simplified form, but we can simplify this obviously. Okay, either we can cancel the terms, or in fact ये इतने easy calculation है कि आप चाहो तो जल्दी जल्दी इनको multiply और add भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि बहुत ही simple calculation है. Let me show you this guys. See, 3000 into 8 we all know is 24,000, this is 10,000. So 24 plus 10 should be 34,000, number one. Okay, 24,000 plus 10,000 is 34,000. Then 4,000 into 7 is 28,000, and this is 15,000. So 28 plus 15 has to be 43,000. All right, simple. Now let's talk about Mr. C. So C, 2,000 into 9 is 18. 18 and 9 is 27,000, right? 18,000 and 9,000 is 27,000. So finally we can say the ratio of the profits of A, B and C should be, 34 is to 43 is to 27. All right. And what about the sum of their profits, guys? That is given to us how much? 4160, right? Sum of the profit is 4160. Now, I don't think this is very difficult. We have the sum of the profits, we have the ratio of the profits. So yes, guys, we can easily find out their individual profits. All right. How? The same way in which we are doing. Let's say the profit of A is 34, the profit of B is 43, and the profit of C is 27. Let us assume like this. Okay. In fact, let me do it in the next slide. Okay. Let's say the profit of A is 34, 43 and 27, right? Profit of B is 43, and the profit of C, let's say for a while, is 27. All right, guys. Now, what should be the sum of their profits, right? With this assumption, the total profit should be, we'll say 34 plus 43 plus 27. 43 plus 27 is 70. 70 plus 34 is 104, right? This is the assumption, guys, right? In real, what is the total profit of them? That is 4160. All right. So we can say, guys, 104 जो assumption में है वो real में होगा 4160. All right. और इसके help से हम बाकी सारे assumed values की भी real value find out कर सकते हैं. अब देखिए guys, ये बहुत ही lucky है कि 416 जो है ना वो 104 का multiple है. 416 is exactly 4 times of 104. So we'll say that one of the assumptions should be 40 of the real. Okay, guys. One of the assumption has to be 40 of the real. That means 34 of the assumption should be 34 into 40. 43 of the assumption should be 43 into 40, and 27 of the assumption should be 27 into 40. This is what we can say. All right. So 34 into 40 is how much? We'll do 34 into 4 into 10, obviously. What is 34 into 10, guys? We'll say 34 into 10 is what? You can say 34 into 4, sorry. We'll say 30 into 4 plus 4 into 4, okay. So 30 into 4 is 120, and 4 into 4 is 16. So 120 plus 16 is 136. All right, and this should be rupees 1360. All right. Similarly, we can do for the others. 43 into 40. So 43 into 4 means 40 into 4 plus 3 into 4, right? 40 into 4 is 160. 3 into 4 is 12. So 160 plus 12 is 172. All right. 172 and 0, simple. All right. Then 27 into 40, that's easy. See guys, 27 into 2 is 54. 54 into 2 is 108. So this should be 1080, and that's it. And this is how we can say this should be the final profits of A, B and C in this wonderful question. All right, guys. So I'm sure you got to learn something new with the help of this question as well. Now coming to one more interesting and different kind of question. Okay, guys. This question is very different because it can be done with the help of the concept of the managing partner. Okay guys, we are doing for the first time so far in this video, right? Let's see the question first and then let's talk how this can be done. So guys, the question says what, that A and B started a business with rupees 45,000 and rupees 30,000 respectively. Okay, at the end of the year, out of the total profit, Mr. A received rupees 7,000, including 25% of the total profit as his commission for managing the business. So this is something new. All right guys, what is happening here? Mr. A received 7,000, including 25% of the profit as a commission for managing the business. What is managing the business, right? Managing the business means the one who not only invest into the business, he also manage the business. He also does some work to for the betterment of the business, right? So that's where that person gets some extra commission, we can say that. All right guys, so what actually happens, let me write down the whole concept of it, right? Very simple concept, okay guys. Jo bhi managing partner hota hai, right, he gets some extra money for managing the business. Okay, so we can say what, managing partner gets the commission, gets a commission for managing the business. All right, for managing the business, simple. और guys, जो भी इसको कमीशन मिलता है, right, वो इसको हम शुरू में ही दे देते हैं, ठीक है? I'm telling you with respect to solving the question. Okay, managing partner gets the commission. This is this which is given in the beginning. All right, which is given in the beginning. फिर क्या होता है guys? ओके, उसके बाद जो रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट है, राइट, उसके बाद जो रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट है, रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट मतलब जैसे इसको कमीशन मिल गया 25% ऑफ द प्रॉफिट, राइट, सो रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट कितना होगा इस पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल में, विल से 75% ऑफ द प्रॉफिट. सो हाउ इज दैट रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू राइट हियर, व्हिच इज गिवन इन द बिगिनिंग एंड देन द रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट okay, is divided, guys, is divided like the original concept. Okay, like the original concept. What is the meaning of original concept, guys? Remember from where we started today? We started today with the simple partnership and the compound partnership, right? अगर ये simple partnership होगा तो remaining profit कैसे distribute होगा? In the ratio of the investment, right? और अगर compound partnership होगा तो remaining profit कैसे distribute होगा? In the ratio of the product of the investment and time period of the respective partners. Alright guys, hope this is clear. Now let's try to solve this particular question. Okay guys, अब इस question में problem क्या है कि हमें total profit पता ही नहीं है. हमें पता क्या है? हमें पता है कि A ने total profit उसको मिला है 7,000. गाइस, A मैनेजिंग पार्टनर, राइट, तो उसको प्रॉफिट दो वजह से मिलेगा. एक तो बिजनेस मैनेज करने की वजह से कमीशन, और दूसरा बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करने की वजह से भी, राइट. A को दो रीजन से प्रॉफिट मिलेगा इस पर्टिकुलर बिजनेस में. नंबर वन, मैनेजिंग द बिजनेस. नंबर टू, इन्वेस्टिंग इनटू द बिजनेस. और बी को सिर्फ एक ही वजह से मिलेगा, फॉर इन्वेस्टिंग इनटू द बिजनेस. ऑलराइट गाइस, नाउ प्रॉब्लम इन दिस केस दैट वी डू नॉट नो द टोटल प्रॉफिट. So it would be better, guys, if we assume the total profit. Okay, now the total profit can be assumed in a lot of ways. We can assume with the variables or maybe into the numbers. बेटर होगा गाइस अगर हम नंबर्स में अज्यूम करें, क्योंकि थोड़ा हम जल्दी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं उससे, राइट. सो लेट्स अज्यूम द टोटल प्रॉफिट एज, राइट, सी इन दिस क्वेश्चन गाइस द परसेंटेज इज आल्सो इन्वॉल्व, राइट, परसेंटेज का भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो चुका है. तो इसलिए मैं टोटल प्रॉफिट को 100 अज्यूम कर लेता हूँ थोड़ी देर के लिए. ठीक है, इसको हमने 100 अज्यूम कर लिया. ऑलराइट, टोटल प्रॉफिट इज 100. नाउ रिमेंबर मिस्टर ए हैज गेटिंग 25% ऑफ द प्रॉफिट फॉर द कमीशन फॉर मैनेजिंग द बिजनेस, राइट. तो मिस्टर ए जो है ना, उनको हमने लिखा प्रॉफिट ऑफ ए बिकॉज ऑफ मैनेजिंग द बिजनेस, राइट. मैंने ब्रैकेट में मेंशन कर दिया कि ये प्रॉफिट उसको क्यों मिल रहा है, राइट. तो ये प्रॉफिट कितना होगा? 25% ऑफ द टोटल प्रॉफिट, दैट मीन्स 25% ऑफ 100, दैट मीन्स 25, राइट गाइस. ए को मिल गया 25 रुपीज बिकॉज ऑफ मैनेजिंग द बिजनेस, राइट. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट द रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट एवरीबॉडी? द रिमेनिंग प्रॉफिट वी शैल से इज इक्वल टू, सी द टोटल प्रॉफिट इज 100, ए को मिल गया 25, so remaining profit will say should be 75, right. The remaining profit must be 75, number one. अब ये remaining profit कैसे distribute होगा, ये मैंने आपको यहाँ पे बताया. Remaining profit will be distributed in the same concept, or you can say in the original concept, like we were distributing in simple and compound partnership, right guys. अब देखिए ये simple partnership या compound partnership है, ये simple partnership ही है, क्योंकि दोनों शुरू से ही invest कर रहे हैं और end तक they are investing, you can say that. So it's a simple partnership case. That means the ratio of the profits should be the ratio of the investment in terms of the remaining profit, obviously, right. So let's quickly understand what is their investments. Their investments are 45,000 and 30,000, which you can write guys. So 45,000 और 30,000 का ratio हो जाएगा कितना? ये तो बहुत आसान है, 3:2. Alright guys. So ये जो remaining profit है 75, ये distribute होगा 3:2 के ratio में. Simple. Among A and B. Let me write that. The remaining profit is PA plus PB is 75, which must be distributed among them in the ratio of 3:2. Very simple to calculate guys. Okay, 75 को 3:2 में divide करना है. It should be 45 and 30 obviously. Let me write that. Okay, so profit of Mr. A because of investment, okay, because of investing the money is 45, and the profit of Mr. B again because of investing should be again rupees 30. Alright guys, but we have to remember that A is getting profit because of one other reason as well, right, which is 25. So guys, what is the total profit which A is making in this particular business? Because of managing business, he is making 25 profit. Because of investing, he is making 45 as a profit. So let's write in the next slide what is the total profit which Mr. A is making. Okay, 25 for managing, 45 for investing. All right, that means overall profit is making is 70 rupees. Okay, Mr. B is making profit is rupees 30 only because of investment, right? And guys remember ये सब कुछ assumption पे ही चल रहा है, अभी कुछ भी real value नहीं है. Okay, अब हम रियल वैल्यू को यहाँ पे इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे. रियल वैल्यू हमारे पास एक ही है कि मिस्टर ए को टोटल प्रॉफिट कितना मिला है 7,000. अजम्पशन में 70 रुपीज बट रियल में 7,000. ओके गाइस, ये तो बहुत ही आसान हो गया, राइट? अजम्पशन में 70 और रियल में कितना 7,000. सो वी कैन से वन थिंग that 70 of the assumption is 7,000 of the real. So we have to find 30 of the assumption is how much in the real. Very obvious guys, very simple. 70 अगर 7,000 है तो obviously 30 कितना हो जाएगा 3,000, right? Unitary method से आप इसको solve कर सकते हैं. So we can say what in the end that Mr. B receives rupees 3,000 as the profit in this particular partnership. I hope you guys you understood this wonderful question. So that was an example of that was the application of the managing partner. All right, so this was the last question of this video as well. I hope you guys got to learn something new with the help of this. You got to learn the concept of partnership in depth, right? In case you are not able to understand any point, you can write in the chat. In case you are solving the questions of partnership at home and you are stuck with any of the question, then also you can write in the comment. Okay guys, and yes, you can also write down the feedback about this video. You can write down if you want anything else you want us to cover. We definitely read your comments, right? So till then guys, we'll be meeting obviously soon in the next video of ratios. Till then, keep studying, keep practicing hard. Okay, bye bye, take care guys.